The more you know, the more you might not want to swim.
You're listening to Troubled Waters, Episode 1. I'm Nonny Corbett, and in this episode, we start our journey at the River Dart in Devon. Its waters are home to wildlife, swimmers, and, unfortunately, sewage.
I think during COVID I probably did swim almost every day, so it probably seemed quite obsessive, and it punctuated the day very nicely.
Katherine Griggs is a regular swimmer in the Dart. I asked her what she thought about river pollution. And as an advocate for the mental health benefits of wild swimming, she offered an interesting perspective.
I do try and think about pollution a little bit without studying the science of it. The more you know, the more you might not want to swim.
But it's not all raw sewage.
If you're bothered about things, when you get in the water, it washes them away and resets you. It's that connection to nature.
Surfers Against Sewage 2023 annual report saw 1,924 instances of people getting sick from swimming in UK rivers and seas. Pollution is quite an off-putting downside for wild water swimmers.
But then you also weigh that up against the benefits to your mental health of swimming in the river, and to me, those benefits outweigh the potential downsides. You can avoid those potential downsides if you don't take the risks.
I asked Katherine if she had ever contracted an illness from pollution in the river.
I have had an infected toe from the river. It was in the summer, so it was a nice warm temperature. Twice in a day I went for a swim, and I remember distinctly sort of squelching in the mud and enjoying the feeling of the mud between my toes. And I ended up with a very infected toe that was very swollen, and I needed to take antibiotics.
I asked Katherine if there were any particular spots she avoids swimming due to pollution.
There is one spot just below the water treatment works, and I would never swim downstream from that, never.
When you can't see pollution, it can be easy not to think about it.
But I've seen the pollution that's been emitted into the river from the water treatment works, and it's not very nice. Brown, swirly scum on top of the otherwise brown, swirly water.
Our standards for river pollution have changed with each new generation.
We're seeing a problem here as well. It's called shifting baselines.
I had a call with Mika Peck, Professor of Conservation Ecology at Sussex University. He remembers pollution in the River Stour, where he grew up.
We came down the river, I remember, this was 1986. We were in the car on the way back, and I heard on the radio, the dry summer means that this year the only flow in the rivers is from sewage treatment works. So everything we've been flowing down on, it was a shock to me. I still thought this was a natural system. My father remembers that river being clear.
The river is millions of years old.
Age is nothing but a number.
Older than our first human ancestors.
I don't feel a day over 22.
It has watched us develop as a species.
Really? I don't think you've changed much at all over the years. What has changed is our relationship. You have detached yourselves.
My concern is we live in a society that's ever more urbanised and effectively phonised. We're all staring at our phones. We're living in very different spaces to our reality. That's the loss of a relationship.
Mika says the thing that gets people defending and respecting nature is having that in-person physical relationship with it.
I love surfing, kite surfing, and it's engaging in that environment. It's being in the sea.
And for Katherine, it's being in the river.
Just walking down by the river this morning, saw a kingfisher, and it's just, every time you see a kingfisher, it's like a little gift, a little blue gem.
They make a
little peep peep peep, like peep 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 sounds.
But even if we have this connection with our natural environment, we can't turn back the clock on how much we've changed it.
We don't know anymore what is natural. We don't know what the conditions in a way should be because we've never seen them in our lifetime.
Erica Boston is a PhD water ecology student. She is studying impacts of pollution on freshwater ecosystems. I had a call with her and I asked her, if you could say something to the river, what would you say to it?
I'd really like to ask the river's advice. What is it that the river wants? What does it need? I wonder if the river gets quite happy when the salmon come back. Do they recognise the individual salmon as they return?
Erica imagined that the river would have strong feelings about having its curvy flow straightened out by humans.
I'd be really annoyed about that if I was a river. I think I'd enjoy the flowing of the water from side to side.
Now this is a human that gets it. My problem is, why does no one ever ask me? Humans think they can just go ahead and make everything work for them, but they never think to ask me. Do you mind?
Erica had another question for the river.
Is it ticklish to have fish swim around in you?
You know what? It does tickle a bit. I'm used to it now, but I think I'd notice if they stopped swimming. That's not too far from reality, the way I've seen things going.
I asked Mika the same question.
If I could have a conversation with the river, what would I say to the river? I mean, I would just try and reassure it and say that there are people who care. It's like watching somebody suffering a terminal illness, or a severe illness, and saying, look, we do care, we're hoping for your well-being.
I'm glad that there are humans that care, but I'm dying. And it's kind of your fault as a species. So, what are you going to do about it?
You've been listening to the Dart episode on Troubled Waters. I'm Nonny Corbett. This podcast is produced with the support of Sussex University School of Media, Arts and Humanities, with special thanks to Martin Spinelli. Thank you to Katherine Griggs, Mika, Peck and Erica Boston for being interviewed in this episode. Thank you to Ada Strange for voicing the river. And thank you to Gabriella Francis, and thank you, Sounds of Dusk, for the song, River. In the next episode, we'll be travelling to Latin America and southern Spain, where we'll be hearing about a bright red river.